And hello, people of the internet. How's it going, everybody? How you doing? I'm Billy Bones. This is a walk through the mind. Thanks for tuning in. This is where we take a couple minutes out of our day to sit down, have a conversation, and throw some ideas out there, and maybe you can take some of them and take them and share them with some of your friends or neighbors, and maybe you guys throw me under the bus, or maybe you agree. Who knows? All we're doing is here to start the conversation, have some fun, right? So today, I'd like to chit-chat with you guys about the YouTube censorship that's been going on. I'm sure everybody is well aware of what's been going on. Their channels have been getting defunded or shut down completely. Videos been pulled, all in what seems to be in the name of, social justice and equality for all. Nobody wants to be insulted, but in a land of free speech where everybody's got an opinion, someone is bound to be offended by something. You can't please everybody 100% of the time. Not possible. But as far as the censorship goes, the pooling of videos, I find that disturbing. As I feel most people should feel that's disturbing on one level or another. Today it's them, tomorrow is it you? Is it me? Who knows? But YouTube was built on the idea, as far as I understand it, that it was built to express yourself, your ideas. You have an idea, you have a video that you want to create and show. It's been an excellent platform for discovery of people and ideas and sharing ideas. I've gone to YouTube many a time to more or less learn how to do something. An actual teacher would be better, but YouTube is nice and convenient and cheap, and the ads get annoying, but it is what it is. Beggars can't be choosers. But it's been a magical place. Anything, well, almost anything you wanted to find out, you could go there and figure it out. And when they started putting ads on their stuff, it got kind of annoying because we all went there because they didn't have ads. You could go and just go from video to video to video and just go smoothly and flawlessly. And now they've got ads, which is what we've all been trying to avoid. But ads are a thing because hosting video is expensive. It's massively expensive. Videos are gigabytes huge, especially the high definition ones. Everybody wants high definition video to be shown. I can think back to the days before YouTube, and you'd have, oh man, they were a step up from GIF images. But they just flash videos. That's what it was, right? And it was just the flash player stuff. But the video quality wasn't much. But then again, video cards back in the day weren't as good as they are today. But on the tip of it being expensive, we got the large storage, the high definition audio high definition video takes up some processing power. That's not cheap. You have to build the computers, and you can't just have one computer, right? Because you're running a server, and all the servers have to talk to each other, and that's a whole lot of operating systems that you got to pay for, whole lot of hard drives, whole lot of processors and memory, and and with all of that computer stuff that's going on, that's up 24/7. You got to have someone there running it. You got to have someone there just in case this computer goes down. You can host it on that computer or access through this network, or if someone's having problems, right? You can talk to someone. And that's just on the keeping the system running side of things. I don't see the point in delving into necessarily the business side of things, more or less. But it's YouTube is a business. And it all, so they have to go out and get money from somewhere. And advertisers, they pay money. It might be chump change per video, but you have a whole worldwide of people watching YouTube. And every time that the ad is played, then that advertiser pays YouTube, and then they can turn around, they can pay their employees, and they can pay for the hard drives and the computers and the cable access to put the pipes out, right? That's a whole lot of data that someone's got to transfer. So, and the baseline for advertisers is they will give you money as long as they agree with your message, right? We can go broad and we can go simple, and we can say that your local detergent company, we'll go local detergent company, might not agree with something that maybe the KKK stands for, right? And so if you have someone preaching a negative message, your local detergent company doesn't want to be associated with that person, so they're not going to give that person money. But if you have a local detergent company and you have someone who, I don't know, plants flowers or sews blankets, right? Sews quilts. And that they can go, we can agree with them, right? We don't have to go hook, line, and sinker with them, but we support what they're doing, and we're willing to attach our name to what they're doing. Therefore, they will pay. They will offer support. Now we can come back to YouTube being their own private company, putting their name next to your message, hosting your video. If I set this up, this might be on YouTube as well, just for discovery. Thank you for listening if you showed up through there. But, right, so the YouTube advertising has to agree with the message that you're putting out. Do they agree with your message? We live in a time where we have access to so much information, massive amounts of information, be it via reading or, we'll stick to YouTube, that things can become convoluted rather fast. And we can think back to the Vegas shooting where this seemed to have started. This YouTube shutting down channel seems to have started. And misinformation can become dangerous, which will lead to false accusations, which leads to damages to people or property that can't be repaid. So if you have people out there putting out false information in regards to the Vegas shooting, and then you have vigilantes out there that go through and destroy property or hurt people, right? And they had nothing to do with it. There's the possibility that someone got hurt that should not have gotten hurt. There's someone's property that got damaged that should not have gotten damaged. Right? If you say, some individual and you name the wrong individual, damages have been done before anything else has happened. Just false accusations. And you post that on YouTube. How does that come back to haunt them? Right? They may not be technically paying you, right? We'll just remove the advertisement equation out of that. They might not be paying you. All you do is post the video. How does that come back on YouTube? They're a private company. They have business interests to expand themselves, right? They want as many people come to them as possible. That's their job. That's their business. And then someone comes along and soils their reputation. They have a right to be angry with that. It's not what they want. They want information out there. That's part of their gig. They might not have legal standing of being at fault for someone posting false information due to the user agreement that we all sign when we sign up. But it still comes back in the court of public opinion. They risk being hung out to dry. So, with the false information, any potential false information, they start to censor things that they host. It's just, they're out there to protect themselves, their advertisers, the people that come and offer YouTube money, right? YouTube still needs money, and they can't be having stuff that disagrees with the people that are willing to put money into their business. YouTube is a private company. The advertisers want to pay private companies. It's the whole deal. But then you come into, someone like the YouTube shooter that came out, who's having her videos censored. And while I haven't done enough research into seeing what all she was posting, we do know, you and I hope, maybe I'm just talking into the mic by myself, but her online presence was being cut into by YouTube, cutting back her feed, her business, her business of online videos. And she felt this censorship was destroying her message. And while I can sympathize, I do not agree with the actions that she took. You might be preaching the correct message. You might not be. I don't know. I have not looked at her videos. But we can also apply this as a broad spectrum to a lot of people, right? You can be posting something that's correct, but, if it doesn't agree with things, then YouTube has the right to censor your videos. The First Amendment prevents the government from passing laws to censor your speech. It doesn't prevent businesses from censoring your speech. You have the absolute right to say whatever you want. Go ahead, just scream whatever you want. Outside of fire in a crowded building. Because that one can lead to harm to other people. But you have the right to say racist terms, hateful things, whatever you want. But the backlash in the court of public opinion will be your jury. Some people might agree with you. Some people might disagree with you. It's the court of public opinion. Excuse me. Sorry. In this country, we put a lot of stock into our news companies. They have the funds and the respect of the public to go into places and ask questions that we, the public, want answers to. You think about the press pool of the president, or the meetings that the press junkets go to for, police meetings, or maybe they go to the grand opening of some place, right? Or you want to learn what's going on with that new company in town, right? They'll go in, they'll send a reporter, and they have respect. It's the news company. These people are paid good money. It's a good job, a respectable job. They might not get the respect that they deserve sometimes, but they're out there asking the questions that you and I don't have time to go out there and ask questions for. They're out there attempting to keep people honest. And we can thank a lot of them for that. They take the time to research, cross-reference, eliminate false positives, and in most cases protect the innocent, or the innocent until proven guilty. Which we can come back again to videos on YouTube. Innocent until proven guilty is a legal term provided to us through our Constitution, because in the court of public opinion, false information can lead to problems, but especially before the verdict is found. But if you have a company that you need to hold accountable to keep getting funded, to keep getting the respect that you would like to have people give you, you got to keep yourself honest. But in recent times, there's been a large increase in the distrust in the media. Quick breakdown on the media. Are you receiving news from an opinionist or a news source? Are opinionists masquerading as news people? Right? There's radio people that I listen to that are outright opinionists, and they say that, and as they should. News should be unbiased, unfiltered, direct and to the point. No slant. Very, very specific, right? These are the facts. You get to make your own decision. But as soon as they start throwing an opinion, they become opinionists. And it's not necessarily completely news that you're listening to. If you're going to listen to an opinionist, I recommend you listen to an opinionist of a varying view. And that way you can attempt to get both sides of the story. Becomes tough, becomes difficult, and you have to kind of listen to people that you don't agree with. But if you want news, you have to do that, because we don't necessarily have... We do. But in a lot of cases, I believe we have opinionists masquerading as news anchors. But in some cases, we can sit there and go, we are watching the news. We are watching unfiltered things. But are we? Is there a message behind the message? We just last week or two or so from the time I'm recording this, there was that video that came out that did a very good job compiling a whole bunch of news anchors. And I know I have it on Twitter. I'll try and throw that in my very limited show notes. I'll try and find a link to that and post it. Showing a whole bunch of news stations giving technically the exact same message. That's kind of creepy. It's kind of very creepy. Again, the business is out there we've given them our trust to create the proper thing, to give us the news. But when it becomes cookie cutter, how news is that? And if I remember correctly, that video that came out was out to attack Fox News, I think. Go watch the video if you haven't seen it. I highly recommend it. Gotta watch it with sound. Freaking creepy. But did you know that there are 6 parent companies to our mainstream news sources? This is another link I'll put in my show notes. Nice infographic that I came across that breaks down the parent companies of not only what's on the TV, but on the radio and in print. And take that video that I was just talking about, and you can apply that to take the messaging that's given in the video and apply similar tactics to each one of those parent companies. What message are they choosing to send out? Right? And this puts us at an impasse. I don't want to give up on my mainstream news. Again, they've earned their respect. They've earned the hard work. We need them. We really do need the mainstream news. We need big companies because they have the money to pay people to do the job. But again, what are their advertisers limiting them to? What can they not question? Stuff costs money. It's a tough deal. It's a tough gig. Everybody wants a paycheck. Everybody needs a paycheck. And we all want news. And this is where we need our vigilante news people as well. We need to support them. They're out there to ask the questions that the big news companies can't ask. Won't ask because of advertisers. But with those vigilante journalists, we have to be careful that we don't falsely accuse people right off the bat. I feel that we need a healthy mix of both of these, vigilante and mainstream. We need to find the way to be able to, for ourselves, to see both sides of the story. You don't have to agree with both sides of the story. You can thoroughly agree with one side. There's nothing wrong with that. I've got no problem with that. But you have to be willing to look at all sides to get the full story. We don't need to be led astray. Sorry. So I'd like to thank you guys for sitting through this rambling of mine. I know it's been kind of long and, again, bouncing all over the place, but we're just here, again, to get ideas going, to get the juices flowing. You can reach me at Billy Bones, BILLYBON3S on Twitter. I have a website, BILLYBON3S.com. Check it out. It's where the podcast is. Email me from there. Check it out. Send me an email. Love mail, hate mail, questions, comments, ideas. Hit me up. Love you guys.